Alright, what you see here is a Harbor Breeze Armitage ceiling fan in 42 inches. I got this from Lowe's yesterday for $30, as I've wanted one of these ever since these first came out, the redesigned version that is. These came out, this version of the Armitage came out around 2013, I think. I don't know if they were out in 2012. I'm pretty sure they came out in 2013. And I really do like the look of this fan, mostly because it reminds me a lot of the 42-inch fans from the 80s and 90s. Or just generic looking huggers from back in the day and such. But yeah. This fan definitely reminds me of the Westinghouse Classic Nova 42-inch fan with the schoolhouse globe on it. And part of the reason why I got it, because I do want to get a white one, but this fan looks very similar to it, and for $30 less, I figured, might as well get it. So yeah, this is basically Harbor Breeze's version of the Littleton. Or it's their Littleton, I guess you could. So, well, it is, but this fan honestly isn't even close to being as bad as the Littleton. It's actually a lot better, and I really emphasize on a lot, because I do have a Littleton, actually, the one I painted rainbow. Doesn't even move nearly half the amount of air that this fan moves, to be honest. This fan definitely moves a lot more than the Littleton. And it's better built, moves more air, goes faster on each speed. Definitely much better fan than the Littleton. This one I was actually very surprised that it moved so much air as it did. And yeah, for $30, it's definitely a pretty good fan. I have no complaints about it so far. I mean, it could be better, but for $30, I honestly expected a lot less. So yeah, this fan I definitely would recommend for if you're looking for something that just you just need a fan that does the job. So this would definitely be a good fan for a workbench or something like that, or for a small room. So yeah, this fan is from January of 2017. And I got it at Lowe's yesterday, actually. So yeah. In fact, the person that rang me up when I bought this fan yesterday, I actually saw her today at work at Savers. I recognized her when I went to Lowe's the other day, and I'm like, she looks pretty familiar. And when I saw her today at work, I was like, oh, that's why. So she goes to Savers quite often. So yeah, she actually asked me about the fan if it worked well and everything. I told her that I haven't tested it yet, but I told her next time I see her at Savers, I'll update her on it. And so yeah. Yeah, it's definitely a lot better than the Littleton. The metal parts on this fan is definitely a lot more solid than the Littleton. The motor seems to be a little bigger on it, so that's good. It's just a much better made fan than the Littleton. I'm not sure how bad the original Armitages are. I didn't have too much experience with them, but this is definitely a lot better than the Littleton. I have had some experience with them. They definitely seem a lot more flimsy than this is, honestly. But like Littleton flimsy, but I feel like this is definitely a good upgrade from how the Armitages used to be, the 42-inch one. Although the 52-inch one I can't really say. I know those are horrible. So yeah. But yeah, there's this one. I'm gonna go ahead and show the light on it. As you can see, it does work. And I'm using the LED light bulb that this fan came with. This one does not have a candelabra-based light socket, so I'm pretty happy about that. And let me go ahead and shut off the light, and we'll see how well it lights up the room. Alright, so it doesn't light up the room that well, only because one, my room has dark walls, or it doesn't. Not that it doesn't light up extremely well, but for it being just a fan that has one light on it, it definitely does light up the room pretty well. And also my room is pretty big too, so. And there's not too much sunlight coming in here, so it does definitely plays a factor in it. So yeah, let me go ahead and shut off the light. I am trying to push the finish of the blades this time. And there's the Harbor Breeze logo. And there's the reverse switch, which I Why did they have like summer and winter? Well, like on the actual reverse switch. Alright. Now I'll start off on low speed. Definitely a fan I would, honestly, if I had a laundry room in this apartment that was big enough to have a 42-inch fan, this would be installed there by like tomorrow, to be honest. And that's honestly like what I'd use this type of fan for, like a laundry room. Cause I would use like the make it airy or the logo file, but I'd rather have a hugger that like the white kit's actually integrated. I mean, a scope could work on logo file, but I think it would just look a bit funny, especially if it's a smaller, if it's a 42-inch one. This one I think just looks more appropriate, but at the same time I'd rather have something a little bit cheaper in the laundry room / basement and such. I'd rather have something that's more of a quality fan. So yeah. In fact, something I should have mentioned is the blade arms on this fan definitely look very similar to like the blade arms you see on the Regency fans in Subway, Regency XL things. I forget what they're called, but you should guys probably know what I'm talking about. It's moving pretty good there on low speed. Has a pretty fast low speed as well. Alright, we're going to show up the light. Alright, we're going to go ahead and shut off the light. Now let's go ahead and move the fan up to medium. Definitely speeds up quite a bit on medium speed. Almost to high speed, to be honest, as it does have a pretty fast medium speed. Medium speed is actually doing a pretty good job cooling down the room. It is pretty hot in here right now. Yeah. Well, it's not humid at least, but it is hot, so. And I do have the little profile shut off right now so I can get an accurate airflow from this fan. Definitely moves pretty good at medium speed. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and show it with the light while it's on medium. Need to get a new chair to sit in while I'm doing floor testing videos. That's more comfy. Alright, now shut off to white and move the fan up to high speed. This fan definitely goes pretty fast on high speed, and it's moving a pretty good amount of air for what it is. It's definitely a fan I would recommend from Harbor Breeze if you're looking for something that does the job. But for me, if you don't need something that's too fancy, but at the same time you don't want something that's too expensive. This is if you just need something that does a job for a small room, I would highly recommend this fan. It's definitely a lot more pretty powerful 42-inch fan for a home center fan. All the other ones I've tested that are more recent ones don't move near as close as, don't even move as much air as this one does. So, and this is supposed to be like the cheapest one from Lowe's. So, and that's definitely saying something. In fact, the Hampton Bay Wilson doesn't even move nearly as much air as this one. Yeah, it's definitely moving a great amount of air for a 42-inch fan, especially a lower end fan. To be honest, very well. I'm very impressed with this fan. To be honest, I definitely for what this fan is. If I was like comparing it to other 42-inch fans, I would definitely have to give it like 4 out of 5 stars. To be honest, the only thing I would have to say is this. It would be nice if it moved a little bit more air, but it's really not that bad of a fan. And I'm not comparing it, giving it 4 out of 5 stars compared to like a Casablanca fan or like a Hunter Original. Just like as a fan in general. It's kind of more like on a 3.5 stars out of 5. So it does move a good amount of air without any issue. It has a nice look to it. It's definitely one I'd recommend. Feel more air from it from the sides than from right underneath. That's something I noticed with this fan. It's definitely cooling down a room without any issue, to be honest with you. Not as much as my low profile, but the fact that this fan is actually cooling down my bedroom is pretty impressive, to be honest. And my room is pretty big, so definitely don't have any regret buying this fan, to be honest. Definitely glad that I bought it. Shut it off. Spin down. Now, because of that, I'm not going to be showing it on reverse with the white. I will be showing it on reverse, but not with the white. I do apologize for that due to that. And today, well, I can try to see what I can do, but no promises. But yeah, if any of you are watching this and you're looking for a fan like this as a replacement stock, or if like a family member is looking to take down an old fan and they need something that does a job, I'd recommend this, especially if they can't afford a more expensive fan. This definitely will do the job without any issue, especially if it's for a small room. Sorry, it's starting to get a bit hot in here again. The room still does feel a bit cool in here still, but it's definitely feeling a bit hot. It's just, even if I shut off the AC for a bit, like after a minute it gets hot in here again. Alright, it's going to a complete stop. Now to reverse it. Now, slow reverse. Yeah, I'm just going to show on auto speed. Medium. Alright, now for high speed. Does a good job on reverse as well. I feel a ton of air on a 4 right now, to be honest. A very good amount. Alright, now to shut it off. Alright, now be it for this video. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and stay tuned for more videos to come.